Welcome back, Math 30-2. Today we're doing our Lesson 4 on Logical Reasoning and Set Theory. And we're dealing with Venn diagrams once again, except now we're complicating it just a little bit more. Instead of two groups, we're looking at three groups, okay? Or three different situations. So before we had two circles that made a Venn diagram, now we're looking at three circles that make a Venn diagram. So here we go. Here's my first example. It's taking a survey of 100 students in a high school regarding which movies they've watched in the last 2 weeks. So P represents the number of students who watched A Perfect Rebel. So this year is the number of students that watched A Perfect Rebel. C represents the students that watched the movie Chill. And D is the movie Dazed. Okay? So now it says how many students watched A Perfect Rebel. So we have 3 that only watched A Perfect Rebel. We have 1 that watched A Perfect Rebel and Chill only, and 1 that watched A Perfect Rebel and Dazed only, and 6 that watched all 3. So altogether we have 9, 10, 11 people that watched all 3. Or that watched A Perfect Rebel. Okay? How many people only watched A Perfect Rebel? That's just this one there, which is 3. So we have to add up all of them because the whole circle is Perfect Rebel. Next question says, how many students watched Chill and Dazed? So how many students watched Chill and Dazed? Well, I look at this here. They must watch both because of that and. We have 2 that watched only Chill and Dazed, and we have 6 that watched all 3. So that gives me a total of 8. Next question says, how many students watched Chill or Dazed? So now we have this or this. So that could be everything in Chill and everything in Dazed. So I look at that. Let's look at everything one who watched Chill. We have 68. Then we have 1. Then we have 6. Then we have 2. Okay? But now, how many are also watched Dazed or Dazed? Well, we have these here, because these are already counted, so we only have plus 1 and 17. Oops. I have to put that down. I was in the wrong one. So we have 68 plus 1 plus 6 plus 2 plus 1 plus 17. Okay? Because we did all of this, and then what's left for the days. Okay? I can't count these twice. That's a key thing that you make sure you don't do is count those twice. When we add those together, I'm going to end up getting 95. All right? Next one says, how many students watched all 3 films? Well, that's the one in the middle, which is 6. Okay? What does the outside 2, outside the 3 circles represent? What does this 2 represent? Well, these don't belong to Perfect Rebel, Chill, or Dazed. So that means those are the 2 students that watched neither. That didn't watch any of the movies. Oh, move it over. It did not watch the movies. Now the last one says, what does the number 2 inside the circle represent? So we want to know what does the number 2 inside the circle. This is the only number 2. And that would be the people that watch Chill and Dazed only. Oh. What does the number 2 inside the circle? That's watch Chill and Dazed only. Only. Okay? So meaning they did not watch Perfect Rebel. All right. Let's take a look at example 2. It says, in each case, the following diagrams shade the area indicated. This one's saying A and B. So which one is in A and B? Well, I take a look at that. This is in A and in B. So it's this area right there. The next one says A or B. Well, that could be anything in circle A or circle B. So we kind of ignore C for these first two because C is not brought up. So we just ignore it, and it's kind of like doing the double circles. Okay? Next one says A and not B. So once again, we're looking at A and not B. So we want everything in A, but it cannot be in B. Okay? So then that's going to be all of this here, but it cannot be in B. So everything in A, but it's not in B. Next one says A and not B and not C. So everything in A we want, but it can't be in B or C. So we're going to have to shade this a little bit different now. We have a little bit more. So this one looks kind of like that. Okay? Now, here we go. Last set of questions. It says, in Big Hill School, 185 grad students, or 185 grade 12 students, were surveyed to determine which soft drink they liked the best. 25 drank all three, 52 drank root beer and Coke, 43 drank orange, 57 drank root beer and orange, and 92 drank root beer, 115 Coke, and 100 drank orange. Now, Sabrine started to organize the data in a Venn diagram, okay, starting from the inside working out. She began placing the number 25 in the center of the three circles. So when we're given a lot of data, normally you want to work from the inside out, or you put in the data here that you don't know, okay, that do neither, the most specific ones, okay? So, explain why she placed 27 in the region immediately above the 25. So, let's take a look at this. So, she first puts 25 here, okay, in the middle. Now, that was the first thing she did. Now it says 27 above. Now, why would she put 27 above? Well, this is between Coke and root beer. How many people drink Coke and root beer? I take a look at that. 52 drank Coke and root beer. Now, for this, we have to go 52 subtract 25 is equal to 27. Because we have all three. So these 25 are already included in the people that drank Coke and root beer. Because it didn't say Coke and root beer only. If it said only here, if we said only, then we would put 52 there. But it says Coke and root beer. So there's also the 25 that's included in drinking all three. Next one, use similar reasoning to place numbers in the regions left and right of the 25. Okay, so left of the 25, this is Coke and orange. So how many people drank Coke and orange? 43. So we're going to have to go 43 minus 25, which is going to give me a total of 18. Okay? Now the next one is looking at, it says root beer and orange. So we want root beer and orange, 92 and orange. So that's root beer and orange. Where is that? Drank root beer and orange, 57. So that's going to be 57 minus 25, which will give me 32. So this goes 32 there. Okay? There we go. I'm going to zoom out a bit so we can see everything a bit better. Now, continue the process of the numbers having placed in all regions inside the circle. So now, how many drank root beer? Notice how we're working from the most congested, most specific, meaning all three out, and then we're going out, right? Now, now we work from the center out. It makes it very easy if you tend to work from the center out. So now I'm going to look at Coke only. So how many drank Coke or Coke only? So 115 drank Coke, so we have 115. Now, we have to subtract all of these from 115. Subtract 27, because all of this whole circle is equal to 115. But we already know there's 27, 25, and 18. Subtract 25, subtract 18, because that's already in the circle. To give us, what do we have left? We're going to get 45. So 45 drank Coke only. Now let's take a look at my orange. which is going to be 100. Okay? Now my orange, 100, is everything in the circle, but we already know we have 18, 25, and 32. So I'm going to have to take that away from 100. Okay? Now I combine those together, I'm going to get that to equal to 25. Now, we put 25 there. And then the last one is for root beer. Okay? So now we're going to look at root beer. And root beer, 92 drank root beer. So we have 92 minus 27 minus 25 minus 32, which will give me a total of only 8 drink only root beer. That's it. Okay? See how that works? Now, it says, oh, right there, let's see if that still fits in. Go out a bit. There we go. So the next one says, determine the sum of all the numbers inside the circle. The sum is equal to 185. So determine the number of region outside. So if we add all these numbers together, we're going to end up getting 185. Okay? Or we have 185. Okay? So the sum is not equal to 185. If we add all these numbers together, we end up getting, so if you add all this, 45 plus 27 plus 25 plus 18 plus 25 plus 32 plus 8, we're going to get 180 is equal to 5. Now what does that represent? This represents the people who drink neither, that don't drink Coke, orange juice, or Coke, orange, or root beer. Okay? These are the people that don't drink any of the three. So determine how many students drank Coke only. So how many students drank, here we go, Coke only? Well, that's going to be 45. How many students, let's look at part 2, did not like to drink any of the 3 drinks? Well, there's 5. They're the bit on the outside that we found out here, because there's 180 students within, so that means there's 5 that don't belong to any of them. Next one here says, drank Coke or root beer. So how many students drank Coke or root beer? Okay, so we have to add all these together. So oh, here's the root beer and Coke. So we want everything in these 2 circles. So I have 45 plus 18 plus 27 plus 25 plus 8 plus 32, which will give me a total of 155. Okay? And that's it. Because I wanted everything, Coke or root beer, we're only looking at these 2 circles, this circle, and everything in between, so we have them all together. The reason why I can't just add the Coke and the root beer together is because that will give us over 200, which is more than the students there are. So there's some overlap there that drink both. Okay? So hopefully you understood that. Hopefully everything is good. As I see you tomorrow, we work on these questions together.